What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Venom issue number 20, and it has been a very long road for the King in Black, figuring out what his place is in the whole scope of the universe, learning what the role of the King in Black truly means, being opposite to the Beyonders. Eddie Brock has learned so much about himself and his new role. And now, fueled by all of this new information, Eddie Brock is headed back to present day. He is headed back to his son, and any that would stand in his way, they will face the wrath of the King in Black incarnate. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up at the Absent Throne Laboratory, an undisclosed location. And in this laboratory, we have the bones of Eddie Brock. Right now, we have scientists that work for Meridius. They are doing scans over these bones. They have tested it dozens and dozens of times. They have tested it with equipment they don't even fully understand. Equipment from decades in the future. And still, they have found nothing. They believe these to just be old bones. Dead, burned, and moldering bones. That there cannot possibly be any symbiote material attached to them. Nothing but a few charred, rotting scraps of human DNA. That DNA belonging to none other than Eddie Brock. But this is when the bones, they explode. Blood spewing in all directions. And this blood, it starts to manifest into a form. It manifests into Eddie Brock. The King in Black has returned, not concerning himself with the scientists in the least bit. He heads over to a door that is sealed, and we see him rip this door open. As Eddie Brock talks to himself, he is saying to switch off the pain, to regrow torn muscle, and then to operate at peak physical strength. What is being displayed here is a human symbiote. Unlike anything that we have ever seen, Eddie Brock himself is a symbiote. How he stands before us in his human form. He has learned of his godhood and he has taken on this role. He is finally understanding what he is truly capable of. And as he makes his way through this facility, trying to avoid any real confrontation, by the time he makes it on the outside, we see him take down a gate guard. Finding a young kid on a motorcycle, he tells this kid that I'm gonna need your bike. Taking his bike, taking his leather jacket, Eddie Brock now heads into the city. And that's what takes us over to Baywater. On the outskirts of the town, we have the local police department that are standing guard, not allowing anybody in or out. And when Eddie Brock tells them that he's got business here, that there is no way he is gonna turn around, the cop walks up to Eddie Brock and he breaks his baton right on Eddie's face. With Eddie talking to himself again, saying to fix the flesh, to fix the bone. In a matter of seconds, any kind of damage that was done to Eddie Brock is gone. And now it is Eddie's turn. Taking down the first cop, the other opens fire on him. We see these bullets, they pass right through him, letting the cop know that you're getting out of my way or I will also destroy you. As he makes his way into the city, this is when he runs into a little bit of a gang. He runs into the Hellhounds, and the Hellhounds' current leader is Lynn Drexler. He is letting us know that when the Life Foundation had locked this place down looking for the alien symbiotes, that they had made a deal with the people in charge, and this town now belongs to the Hellhounds. When he tells all of his goons to take out Eddie Brock, this is where Eddie Brock just lays down the hate, breaking bones, cracking skulls, knocking anybody out that may try to step up to him. And now that that has been established, he goes on to say that you may be talking a good game, but I know you're not the man in charge, because Eddie Brock can smell who is in charge. He can smell it from the next state over, that person is sitting inside that burnt out bar, because the Life Foundation is the Absent Throne. They've got their own kind of muscle. Eddie Brock knows that this guy is really just the public face, trying to run on the idea that the Biker King has taken over the town. It's a good story in theory, Other people might be scared off, but not Eddie Brock. This is when some of the other Hellhounds, they let Lynn know that maybe we need to let Eddie in. Maybe he can help deal with the monster we have inside. This is when Lynn decides that he's gonna try to put a bullet into Eddie Brock. Eddie, picking up a knife, he throws that knife and it lands right in Lynn's hand. At this point, nobody is willing to stand against Eddie Brock. Throwing Lynn right through the window, Eddie Brock heads inside, with Eddie going on to say that you wouldn't believe what I had to do to get here. He had to grow his own body back, drive all the way down the coast, deal with biker trash, but now he is finally here. He is all warmed up and he is ready for the real fight. And standing before him is none other than Bedlam, letting Eddie know that we are ready whenever you are. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a quick issue, but this is really just driving the plot forward. Eddie Brock is back in the Marvel Universe. After learning of his origins, after learning of the origins of the King in Black, learning about his true purpose in all of this, in the grand scheme of everything going on, he now knows what he must do. He is going to save his son, no matter what it takes, at all costs. And this confrontation with Bedlam, I'm not sure what direction they want to take this in. Now, there's the possibility that Eddie Brock and Bedlam are about to team up, that the two of them together, they may try to take down Meridius. But there's always the other possibility that Eddie Brock is just here to take down Bedlam. Either way, this is just the first step in heading directly toward Meridius, finally taking him down whatever his plans may be. But when Eddie Brock finally does catch up with Dylan, Dylan has evolved way past what he remembers his son to be. He has become Codex. He is wielding the All Black, and he has vowed that he is going to take down his father. And so when they finally do see each other again, will this be a happy family reunion, or will it be a battle to the death between father and son? My only real complaint with this, like I said a little bit ago, it was just too short. Now, seeing Eddie Brock be able to manifest himself from the bone marrow that was left over from bones decades old, Eddie has truly begun to understand his powers and capabilities, being able to move anywhere throughout time and space. Eddie had been struggling for quite some time, but he is coming into godhood with a bang. But will this be enough to take down Meridius? Will it be enough to take down all the variations of himself? And what is going to happen once he learns about Carnage? Once he learns that Carnage has created the All Red, he has turned himself into a god killer. Because their confrontation, it is inevitable. Carnage cannot continue to reign and do what he has done without getting the attention of Eddie Brock. While the details are still very much hazy on what is to come, we know that Carnage will go against the King in Black. We have seen that Carnage is going after Noel. To what capacity and how this is possible, we still don't fully understand. But you can guarantee that Eddie Brock is not going to sit idly by while Carnage tries to ascend himself to godhood. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories, if you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with Venom. Be sure to check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.